Today we're gonna go over the 2025 Honda CR-V EXL. This is the highest level for the gas version of the CR-V. So this will be showing you just features, setting up the car, doing some common questions on the car itself. So hopefully this helps. If you guys have any questions, please subscribe or leave us a comment. There's also a link on the bottom where you can email me in case you do have certain questions about the car itself. But yeah, we'll get started in a second. We gotta go over the key fob. So the way it works is like the remote start, for example. So you'll do lock twice, you press and hold the circle, you wait for a flash to start. Once the car turns on, it will give you multiple flashes confirming the car is on. The car will stay on for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, it will turn off. The sensor in the front, it detects the temperature from the outside. It makes it hot or cold inside for you. Let's say you change your mind, you don't want to go out anymore. You can simply just press and hold the circle here. That shuts off the car. What I like to do in the summertime, I like to hit unlock twice and hold it. And the longer I keep holding it, all the windows plus the sunroof will open for me. And then I remote start the car, get all the hot air out of the car ahead of time. With the EXL, you do get a power tailgate. So you just press and hold this. Tailgate will open for you. You have your back seats, everything. You can adjust the heightness of this part of the trunk area. So right now it's in the low platform. Underneath it, you have your spare tire, a little extra room to put like a first aid kit, jumper cables, whatever you want to put there just in case. But if you want to raise it a little higher, you can take it off. This little edges right here, just line that up in there, and it gets a little higher. With the tailgate of the car, you can adjust the heightness of it. So if you want it a little taller or your garage is a little shorter, you can adjust it by simply press and holding. Once you set up to your heightness adjustment, whatever you want it to be set at, you press and hold this button here to close it. You press and hold it. You wait for 2 beeps. Once you hear those 2 beeps, every time the tailgate opens, you gotta go to this height. And you can change it anytime you want to. One thing before closing this all the way, you have 2 little levers down here. You have the long one to open the car itself, and then you have a little one right next to it on the right side. So let me close it. Like let's say I just got something out of the car and I want to make sure the car is locked. I press the little button on the right side of it to close the car completely. With the key fob in your pocket, purse, wherever you keep the key fob, you can simply just slide your hand inside the handle. That will unlock it. There's 3 little lines here. You put your finger over it, that will lock it. And then when the car is unlocked, your gas cap is also open as well. There's no cap anymore, it's capless. So now you just simply put in the pump. Once you're done, you simply close it. The good thing is when the car is locked itself, this will also be closed. So, plenty of room in there. This is your backseat area of the car. So you have 2 USB-Cs in here, 2 vents here for your back passengers so they can get cold or hot air. You have an armrest plus cup holders here. You also have cup holders on the side for little pockets as well. You do have plenty of room here for your back passengers. So you have plenty of room, which is really nice. Pretty decent headroom for it as well. You have a light as well in the back. And then these seats can get adjusted. There's a little lever on the side where you can put them down if you need them to. Or when you put them back inside, you put the little lever on the side again, and you can recline them as well. So you can adjust the angle of the seats itself. You get the 40-60 split, which is really nice. But now we're gonna go over the front. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. We're gonna go over this little settings over here of the car itself. So you have your mirror controls right there. Your lock and unlocked. You don't want no one to open their windows. You can press this. No one but the driver can open their window. Right here you have your tailgate opener, so you just press and hold it. It will show you on the screen that it's open. You can open it and close it from the same button. Press it again. That closes it for you. So with your entertainment system, you have your controls right here. You have your home button, and you can go up and down to scroll with the selection, which I'll show you in a second. To select something, you will press on this itself, just like that. So let me zoom in, show you what on the left screen you can adjust. So again, I press home. It gives me my fuel and range. It just shows me how much gas I have, my average miles to the gallon. We have your speed and time if you want to keep track of that. You have your audio, which shows you what's playing. Shows your phone to see shows you what phone's connected. You have your compass, and you also have your driver attention monitor. What this is, let's say you're driving. The driver safety feature is basically if you're driving perfectly, there's gonna be 4 bars filled in. If you're doing okay, 3 bars, 2 bars, the car's gonna tell you to take a break. 1 bar, the car will not stop until you see stop and take a break. The next one that you have is the driver basically the all-wheel drive monitor. So basically it will show you what wheel's getting what kind of power. So I'll put the car in drive. Let's tap on the gas a little. It shows me what wheel's getting what kind of power, which is kind of cool to see when you're driving, especially if it's like winter time or it's raining. The car will automatically adapt to whatever wheel needs more traction. It will give it more power to. You have your seatbelt reminder, so we'll show you who has their seatbelt on, who has them off. You have your maintenance, that you want to come in for an oil change every 6 months if you're not driving the car, or 6,000 to 8,000. Usually when this shows you like 20% is when you want to come in. 15% is when you want to come in and get an oil change on the car. Your safety features, so the car comes equipped with blind spot sensors on each side of the mirror, which is really nice. But you have your lane departure, so when you start going away from the line, the car will warn you. You have your blind spot sensors. You can turn those off for whatever reason you don't like them. You can turn off the adaptive cruise control low speed follow-up. And again, we'll drive the car at the end of the video just to show you how some of the features work so you guys can see them. You have your parking sensors. When you're going to the car wash, the parking sensor will go off, but it will say a little message to press this button and it will mute it when the alarms are going off. You can temporarily mute the parking sensor so you don't have to go inside of the car and inside the settings and turn it off each time, which is really nice and convenient. The last one is the pre-collision system. What that is basically if someone brake checks you, you're not putting attention, the car will say brake. You don't put attention to that warning. The car will stop for you and so you won't get into an accident. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, next we're gonna go over, in case you don't want to see anything like no information, just want an RPM gauge, you can. There you go. So you just have that if you want it like that. You can adjust your brightness from here, and then you can customize the order these are all set up by as well in this part. But most people just have it on like your range and fuel. You have your digital speedometer right there, what mode you're driving in. So like right now it says normal. That way you switch that is by pressing on this little switch right here, so you can go up or down. It will show you like you can do normal, eco, and snow mode. So you can adjust that from right there. You have your miles, temperature outside, and also your gas gauge right there in case you don't want to look at the range in miles. So on your headlights are on automatic, but also are your high beams. So as long as you have an automatic, your high beams will be automatic as well. You have your skip button that skips to your next song if you're connected to CarPlay or Android Auto and using like Spotify or iHeartRadio. Or if you're in the radio itself, it just goes to your next preset. You got your volume up, volume down. You have your talk button, which when you set up CarPlay, you'll be able to use Siri or Google. You have your safety features control, so for the lane keeping assist, you know this is on when you see this little logo on your entertainment system, like right there. Same thing for the cruise control. Press it and it will appear on your screen. This is the distance between you and the car in front of you when it comes to this low speed follow-up. So you can adjust the gap between you and the car in front of you. And then your cruise control controls. Okay, so now we're gonna go over the entertainment system and the sunroof. This is your sunroof controls here. So like I have it closed right now, but if you open it, I will drag this back with it. But that's how you open it. You wanna close it, you pull it forward. and then you want to tilt it, you can just press on it itself, and it will tilt for you. The cover for it is manual. You do have your sunglass holder here as well. You can put this lights on off so nothing turns on when you open the doors or turn off the car. You can leave it in the middle so when anything opens, so you turn off the car, the lights will come on for you. Or in case you need to find something, you can turn them all on just like that. You have your mirror, which is a dimming mirror. You know it's on because you see a little green light right there. So this is your entertainment system with the car. So you have your phone. It will show you what phone's connected when you connect to Bluetooth. What I like about the EXL is that you have wireless Apple CarPlay. Another thing you have, let me throw the car in reverse. It's your reverse camera because of the bigger screen. You have 3 different camera angles. You have the wide view, you have normal view, and then you have a bumper view. So right there, in case you're parallel parking, you add a bicycle hitch, you want to see how much room you got, or you're parking in a really tight spot, you can see it right there. When you turn the steering wheel, it will show what direction the car is going. And then the car comes with sonar sensors. Essentially, if you're backing up from like the grocery store and there's a car coming from either left or right, it will give you arrows indicating there's a car right there. You do have parking sensors, so you start getting close to something and you need a physical picture, you can do that just like that right there. But if you don't have this on, the sensors will still show you lines like yellow and red and start beeping at you the closer you get to an object, which is really nice. You still have your radio. You don't have a tuning knob because now you can actually type in whatever station you want to put on, just like that. And to do a preset, you just press and hold this, and you can adjust your presets. So just like that. You can do that with any of them. You need an additional one. You can just press and hold the last one and set up more presets. You have FM, Bluetooth, Sirius XM. When you buy the car brand new, you have 3 months of Sirius XM, which is really nice. You have your compass. I'll go over the vehicle settings in a second. With the Android Auto or Apple CarPlay, the setup is pretty similar. You just go to smartphone connections, connect new device. You can connect up to 6 devices. You get on your phone, you open your phone, you go to Bluetooth, and then you scroll down till you see Honda CR-V. You click pair, allow. Then you'll click yes. You'll click connect on your phone in a second, like that. Same thing, it's the same process for Android Auto, which is really nice, pretty simple and similar. And then you have Apple CarPlay set up on your phone. So it shows you all your compatible apps, your navigation, and then if you're playing music, anything like that, you can play it from here, which is nice. Again, you can pair up to 6 different devices. One other thing you get with the car itself, on the back of the key fob, it says what number a key you have. So like this one, for example, is number 2. So when I go into my settings, so vehicle settings, anything I change settings-wise when it comes to the doors, the windows, so on and so forth, it will be saved to driver 2. Your settings, so again, with the key fob you're using, it will save your settings with this specific key. And then again, whoever else is driving the car, they can use the first key. So one of the settings I recommend changing is your keyless entry settings. So when you put your hand inside the handle, do you want it to open your door only or all doors? Like for me, I like having all doors unlocked. When you put your hand inside the handle, it gives you a beep and a beeping and a flashing. You can always turn either of them off if you don't like either, or you like them both, or you like one over the other. You can always adjust them right here. Another one I like to switch up is your doors and windows setup. So you do the first one. You can adjust the cars to lock itself the moment you hit 10 miles per hour or the moment you shift gears. So like if you go to reverse, neutral, drive, it will automatically lock. With the unlock, you can open, once the driver door opens, it will unlock the doors. Once you go back to park, it will unlock them, or once you turn off the ignition. Usually I pick between either of these two. For me, it's like right now I have it set up with when I go back to park. So the way it works is I go in reverse, everything locks, and when I go back to park, it unlocks, which is really nice. Another feature you have is called the walk-away auto lock. So basically the moment I walk away with this key, I have the doors closed, car is turned off all the way. it will give me one beep. Once I walk about 10 steps, it gives me a second beep saying the car is locked, which I'll show you at the end as well. Everything else I would say leave it factory unless you want to play around and see what you want to do. One thing that, you know, I have gotten questions before is with the tailgate. Since you can press and hold this, it will open the tailgate. Right now it's set up from the manufacturer to be able to unlock it with anytime just by pressing holding the trunk opener. But if you want to be extra safe, you can make it so when you have to unlock the car first and then press and hold the trunk opener. But again, it's up to you. It's whatever you guys feel more comfortable with. Everything else, you know, you still have your standard stuff, so like your general settings. So you want to add you change your phone, you want to update it. Again, you can do Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, and you can come here and delete a device if you need to, and pair a new device. Do the same thing we did earlier. Again, you can have up to 6 devices in Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. With connections, as in case you want to do Bluetooth, because for whatever reason you don't like using CarPlay, you can adjust it right here as well. And you have other settings like your time zone, so on, your camera, so you can adjust your displays and so on and so forth. If the car ever needs an update, you gotta get like a little circle here with an eye saying there's an update available. Just can connect to your house Wi-Fi and take the updated file. With this entertainment system, you can also customize it. So like, let's say for example, let me press and hold that. You don't like using USB, you can always take this out, move it, and then you can grab, like let's say you want to use your settings up front, you can always change it like that. So this is customizable as well. You have your hazard lights right there. With the EXL, you hit heated seats on each side, your fan speeds, and your temperature controls as well. If you're by yourself, make sure this is on, the sync button. So everything, when you change yours, it changes everything. You have your front and rear defroster, with your rear defroster also having your side mirrors, which is really nice. You have a USB, but also a USB-C. If you want to use CarPlay plugged in, you just put in this one on the USB. You have a 12-volt outlet right there, and then you also have a wireless phone charger right here as well. Just like that. It will turn orange on the side. That's just telling me my phone is charging, and it was so right there that the phone is charging as well. Again, we went over your driving modes. So you have something called the idle stop. So basically, when you come to a complete stop, the car's in correct temperature, it will turn off. You can press this and the car will be running the whole time. This is your downhill assist. So if you're going down a really stiff downhill or a mountain or whatever, you can press this and it will help the car adjust itself, so you're not putting too much pressure on the transmission or anything like that, so it can go down smoothly with no issues. You have your emergency brake right there. You pull this up, your e-brake is on. You'll know it's on because you see the little red light. There's 2 ways to turn it off. You can simply press the brake and press this down, or let's just say you forget about it, you put on your seatbelt. You can simply put on your seatbelt, put the car in drive, and then when I go, just tap on the gas, it will automatically take it off for me, which is really nice. Another thing you have is called the brake hold. You press it, you will see brake hold on your car right there, and then once I'm stopped all the way, well, like I am right now, I will see hold in bold letters. Once I see hold, I can take my foot off, and it holds the brake for me. And let's say the light turns green or whatever, I can just tap on the gas, it releases it. And once I come to a complete stop again, it turns on the brake hold. So it's something you want to play around with. You have your cup holders, everything you need over here, and you have your space right there and the little coin holder. You can actually store this on top of the cap right here. If I can do it. Oops. Oh. Just like that. But yep, I'm gonna show you the walkaway, and you guys will be all set. Again, if you guys have any questions, let us know. You, like again with the walkaway, well, actually before I turn off the car, once you set up your seats, I forgot to show the memory seats. Again, with number 2. So I got the seat set up for myself. So all I like to do is click set and then whatever key I'm using, which is number 2. So every time I unlock the car with this key, again, my hand goes inside the handle and detects key number 2. It will automatically program the seat for me. But when I turn off the car, the seat slides all the way back. I mean, for me, in my case, when we open the door, the seat will slide back for me. So get out of the car. I set up the walk away. I have the key right there. I'm not gonna press or anything. Basically, close the door. One beep. Let me walk away. I won't press anything. The car locks. Let's say you leave the keys inside because you're full of your pocket or whatever reason. Just like that. The car doesn't lock, which is really nice. Even if I press the lock mechanism, it doesn't lock because it detects the keys inside. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, we're going to take it for a quick spin in a little bit. But any questions, let us know, okay? I'll take the car for a quick spin. So right now I'm just going to drive it. I'm going to turn on the lane keeping assist, which I just did. The minimum speed requires 45 miles per hour. The little lines will turn green, so that means the car is gonna help me steer itself, and it's gonna stay right in the middle. So I'm not gonna grab the steering wheel for a couple seconds. I wouldn't try this, but essentially the car is working and keeping me in the middle. You do still have to hold the steering wheel. It's a little scary. It's just to show you guys that the car is steering itself, just like that. If I set up the cruise control, that. Essentially, the car's gotta be driving itself. My only job is just to hold the steering wheel one way or another with one hand or two hands. I can set up the range between me and the car in front of me, which there's none right now, as you can see with the little logo. I also have like the brake hold on, so once I come to a complete stop, I won't have to be holding the brake anymore. So once I come to a complete stop, it will show me holding the steering wheel right there. Take my foot off. Essentially the car's gonna be driving itself, which is really nice. Once a little on the left it clears out a little bit, I'm not sure how the lane departure works, so let me turn this off. So like, let's say I'm driving and then I'm putting attention on drifting away, the car will warn me that we're going off the line, but this car's coming. So if I start drifting away, the car tells me like that, shakes a little bit, and it puts me back in line, just like that. I mean, the car drives pretty nice. I mean, we were going like 50, 60 miles per hour. So you really don't hear anything in the cabin, which is really nice. But again, if you guys have any questions, please let us know. You can always put them in the comments, okay? We'll see you guys next time.